I hereby declare the first games of the OlympicsAthon open. Hi everyone, and welcome to the opening ceremony for the OlympicsAthon. Yes, I am hosting a Readathon that is completely inspired by the Olympic Games, which is the international sport event that usually happens every 4th year, but because of a certain pandemic last year, it was postponed till this year. And the Olympic Games will be between the 21st of July and the 8th of August. And that is, funnily enough, what a coincidence, the same dates that this Readathon will be going on for. Quick explanation, just if you don't know, a Readathon is a reading marathon, basically, with different challenges called prompts that you are meant to fulfill with the books you read. My goal for this Readathon is to make it as accessible as I can, because the thing with this Readathon is that you can decide on how difficult you want to make this. You can keep it on a very simple, easy level, just read whatever book you like, or you can make it really difficult if you're trying to be as effective as you can with your reading. And of course, since this is inspired by the Olympic Games, this international sport event where nations and their athletes compete for their country, well, of course there needs to be a competitive element in this. Which is why you will also be competing for your country. If you, for any reason at all, don't want to represent the country where you live or the country you were born in or whatever, you can pick whatever country you like. It's not like I know where you live or where you are from. Basically, just pick a team which happens to be a country to compete for and to collect points for. For this Readathon, it will be 5 main prompts, of course inspired by the 5 rings of the Olympic flag. There will also be 3 bonus prompts that you can fulfill if you'd like, and these are a bit more difficult to complete and also a bit more difficult if you want to actually combine these prompts. It's completely up to you however you decide to do with these prompts. You don't need to fulfill the main prompts in order to do the bonus prompts, and you definitely don't need to do the bonus prompts if you're completely fine and satisfied with just going for the main prompts. No pressure at all. If you just read one book during this time, that's completely fine. It can be an audiobook, an ebook, a physical book, it can be a graphic novel, poetry, non-fiction, a short story collection, it can be 20 pages or it can be 1,000 pages. And just keep in mind, just as with any competition at all, every point counts. So, speaking of points and speaking of prompts, let's start going through the 5 main prompts. The first prompt is origin. As you might know, the Olympic Games originates from Greece. So the prompt is to read a book that somehow, in any way, relates to Greece. It can be that the book was first published there, it can be that it takes place there, it can be that the author is from there, might even be that it's inspired by Greek mythology. The second prompt is sports. Of course, the Olympic Games is an international sporting event, so the prompt is to read a book featuring sport. It doesn't need to be a book completely or entirely about sports, it just needs to feature sport in any way, shape or form. The third prompt is fire. As you might have seen in my opening ceremony, I have a small fire going on here. The Olympic Games are known for their torch with the Olympic fire that is usually carried throughout the country. The prompt is to read a book with something fire related on the cover. It might be a picture of a flame or an image of some sort. Might also be that the word fire is in the title, but it doesn't need to be just fire. It can be fire related words such as ash, smoke, heat, torch. The fourth prompt is host. This year the Olympic Games will be happening in Japan, which means that the prompt is to read a book that somehow relates to Japan. It can relate to Japan in any way, shape or form. Host Japan, that's the fourth prompt. Fifth and final main prompt for this readathon is Paralympics. Because together with the Olympic Games, there's also a competition called Paralympics, which is specifically meant for disabled people or non-able bodied people and similar. The fifth prompt is then to read a book with some disability representation. Those are the 5 main prompts, and you can get 50 points for each completed prompt, which means that you can get a total of 250 points if you read 5 books that represent all of these prompts. You cannot double up, which means that you cannot read one book and count that for multiple prompts. You need to read one book per prompt. I will be posting a video where I share recommendations for these 5 different prompts. So I will mention books that feature sport, that relates to Greece, that feature disabled characters. All of that will come. But also, while you're here, please share all your recommendations down below. If you can think of any books that fit these prompts right off the bat, please comment them down below, and I might add them to my list so that more people will know about these books. Please share them in the comments, share them on Twitter, share them in the Discord, which I will get to soon. I want everyone to be able to find some book to fit each and every single one of these prompts. We then have the 3 bonus prompts. These are a bit more tricky, a bit more difficult, especially if you want to make your reading as effective as possible. If you also complete these bonus prompts, you can get a total of 500 points. The first bonus prompt is to read 5 books relating to 5 different continents. This prompt is inspired by the Olympic flag, where it said that each ring represents a continent. One could argue that there are more than 5 continents, so I will just say that any 5 continents you can count. Like, it doesn't need to be necessarily the way that the Olympic flags says that it is. You can count it however you like. But as long as you have 5 books that relates to 5 different continents, then you're good to go. It is possible that you find 5 books that each match a individual prompt, and then together can work for this bonus prompt. But I want to say this, you are allowed to read more books than just 5. Once again, it's with these bonus prompts that you get to decide on which level of difficulty you want to do this readathon. For example, if you were to focus on the 5 main prompts, you actually do get 2 freebies. We have the origin prompt and we have the host prompt, where you get Europe and Asia. So actually, if you do the 5 main prompts, you get 2 freebies, and then you just need to figure out the last 3 books and continents. And this bonus prompt is worth 100 points. The second bonus prompt is somewhat on the same level of difficulty, and it's to read 5 translated books. Once again, I'm trying to work in this international sort of feel into the competition. It is possible that this could be a very easy challenge for you, in case you live in a country where English might not be your first language. For example, for me, I live in Sweden. Swedish is my first language. I could just read all of my books in Swedish, and if they were originally written in English, that counts as a translated book for me. This prompt is also worth 100 points. If you really want to be as effective as you can with your reading, you will read 5 translated books that also relates to 5 different continents, and that also fulfills individually the 5 different main prompts. So you could do this entire readathon and get all the points within 5 books. The third and final bonus prompt is perhaps in some ways easier compared to the other 2. The third bonus prompt is to read a book with a cover that features all 5 of the colors of the 5 Olympic rings. So you need to find a cover that has the colors blue, black, red, green and yellow on it. The font counts, the author's name counts, different shades and like hues and variations of the colors counts. You might think that this is an easy one, but actually I tried to look it up, and annoyingly enough, it's more common for a book to have 4 of the colors, not all 5 of them. And for this prompt, you get 50 bonus points. Once again, one of the books that you read for the main prompt might feature all 5 colors of the Olympic rings, and you could count it for that bonus prompt too. It's only the 5 main prompts that needs individual books, but then you can combine this however you like with the bonus prompts. Does it make sense? I really hope it does. And those are the prompts for the OlympicsAthon. So now that you heard the prompts, you might think, well, how do I participate in this event? Well, I will have a link below to a Google form where you just put in your name and the nation that you wish to represent, and then you send it off. and that way you will be signed up for the OlympicsAthon. Please keep in mind that the name you pick should be quite unique, so that there's no chance of anyone else having the same name. Down below in the description box you will also find the tracking form. And here you will, during the OlympicsAthon, fill in the form with the books you have read, which prompts you have fulfilled, so that I can keep track of what you should get points for. There is a Twitter for this Readathon, it's the OlympicsAthon, and I have also made a Discord that will also be linked down below. So you are very welcome to come and join the server. There you can also share recommendations, any TBRs, or just chat or discuss the Olympics. Also, feel free to subscribe to my channel. As I said, I will make a couple of videos dedicated to the OlympicsAthon with some suggestions for books and also my own personal TBR, and of course I will try and vlog the actual Readathon as well. I'm not sure yet regarding live reading sprints and such. If there's an interest for that, I will definitely look into it. I've never done or hosted or participated in live reading sprints myself. I think it would be very fun, but I would also be quite nervous. I'm honestly a bit nervous about this. It will be my first time ever hosting a Readathon, and once again I just want to make it as accessible and fun for everyone as I possibly can. But I'm also super excited. If you have any questions, concerns, whatever, please let me know. Ask them in the comments, ask me on Discord, DM me on Twitter. If anything is unclear, let me know and I will clarify it for you. So finally, a quick recap. The OlympicsAthon will be going on between the 21st of July and the 8th of August. It will feature 5 main prompts and 3 bonus prompts. You are allowed to read more than 5 books. You are allowed to count basically anything as a book. There is a Discord, there is a Twitter, there will be this YouTube channel as a resource. Please use the sign up form to sign up for this Readathon, and you can pick whatever nation you want to represent. And also please remember to use the tracking form for when you read books and want to plug them in to get the points. I will also have the tracking form in the Discord and on the Twitter. You can get a maximum of 500 points. Each main prompt is worth 50 points. 2 of the bonus prompts are worth 100 points, and the 3rd bonus prompt is worth 50 points. Any other information will also be on the Discord and on Twitter, and you can always reach out to me here on YouTube, on Twitter, on Discord, wherever, if you have any further questions. I think that's it. I think I've said every single thing about 5 times each now. Can you tell I'm nervous? I've been hyping this up for myself. It's more than a month away, but it's plenty of time for you to try and figure out your TBR. Good luck to you. Good luck with the reading. Good luck with the OlympicsAthon. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you are well. Please take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!
You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before.
What's next? Light a candle. I did that. Will I have a bloopers for this? Nah, this is gonna be professional.